up any second. Here we are. All right, good evening. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the North Branford Conservation and Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Agency to order. It is approximately 6:31 p.m. And first thing we're going to do, again, this meeting's on Wednesday, August 25th, 2021 at 6:31. First thing I'd like to do is call to order to everyone, do a roll call of everyone seated here this evening. To my left, we have regular members Bill Galdenzi and Jerry Fishbeck. To my right, we have Will Agresta, our town planner, wetlands administrator. And we have our recording secretary, Michelle Pollock, is here. And I'm Steve Scavo. I will be acting chairman for this evening's meeting. Next item would be item number 2, minutes from June 23rd, 2021 meeting.
We only have 2 of you here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think that, yeah, I know, I definitely wasn't at the July one, so,
There's
And that's the same for the July
Right.
one.
right.
So both minutes, you don't have enough people.
Either one, I was gonna say, I was gonna start with the 20, but we're short for the June 23rd one then too. Okay, so we'll just table them then?
And the July 20, yeah.
And I definitely, the July 28th, I have to abstain, so. All right, well, due to a lack of members that were at those 2 meetings, we're going to just table them to the next available meeting. 3 would be public hearing. We have none. So 4, we're going to go to old business, item A, IWWA.
Mike's not working, hold on a second. Oh, don't grab it.
Oh, sorry, okay. We're going to do old business, IWWA 2021-10, Totoket Road re-subdivision, subdivision 2005-06-622, and IWWA 2005/0620 for conditional modification and renewal. Owner applicant, North Hill Developers, LLC, Joseph Ciraglio.
So both Mr. Ciroglio and his engineer were unable to come tonight. But as you recall, the last time, this really was just to consider your approval of the matter. And in your packet that you received previous to the meeting is a draft approval for your consideration.
Okay. Does anyone have any concerns or about the motion or anything? Does it look straightforward? Not being at the last meeting, I'll assume you guys both had more involvement with it.
I think it was pretty straightforward.
I wasn't there
You weren't
either,
there? Oh,
so
okay.
that's why.
I just read it, yeah, but.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty
Okay,
straightforward.
then, if you
And
want to go over it for us, Jerry.
I think that the only reason he would have to come back before us is if any of the lots to be developed deviated significantly from the original plan.
Okay.
Otherwise, it was felt that he could go ahead with it as it was planned.
Plan,
Yeah.
okay.
sounds reasonable to me.
Sounds, yeah, I, from what I read, I
Yeah.
just wanted, I'm
Yep.
glad to hear that you were there just to
Yeah.
verify that. So, okay. Then we just need someone to read the draft motion.
I can do that, I guess. Motion to approve the IWWA application 2021-10 for reapproval of expiring IWWA number 2005/06-20 for regulated activities associated with initial new house development and construction on lots 1 through 10 as detailed on the re-subdivision plans of the previously approved re-subdivision of PZ 2005/06-22 record map number 224 as recorded in the office of the North Branford Town Clerk, subject to the standard and supplemental conditions and modifications.
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I think the motion passes as read.
Okay.
All right, we can move on under old business to item B, which is IWWA 2021-9 at 111 Foxen Road for proposed revision of previously approved site plan, IWWA 2015-4, consisting of revised building footprint, 4,000 square feet in location, revised parking lot configuration and location, and revised associated site improvements pertaining to the proposed construction of a commercial retail building, sidewalks, parking area, stormwater management system, and on-site grading within a 100-foot upland review area. Owner applicant, Southington Center School LLC.
And good evening. I think there'll be a short evening for you all today. I'm Alan Borghese, and I'm a engineer, and I'm a member of the company that owns this. So I just got to explain something fun to you. Where does the name Southington Center School come from?
That's what I was wondering
That's
that
what we were gonna
myself.
ask.
Everybody wonders about that. We're going to change the name this year, but let me tell you, in Southington, the center school came up for an auction, and the towns wanted to auction it off and have it converted to a town hall, and we were successful. And then they had an option to buy the land from us, and it's the old thing that if they buy it from you, you have a capital gain, you're going to get rid of the capital gain, so you buy another piece of land, and of course, the name is meaningless now, Southington Center School.
Yeah.
Therefore, ergo, we're here, but it'll change at the end of this year. My secretary tells me that you should wait on these things till the end of the year, but kind of funny.
So there's a 1031 in effect?
Yeah, but I'm embarrassed to almost say it, Southington Center School is here to put a
Yeah.
building in North Branford. Anyway.
Thought I had the wrong
Well,
packet. so-
I was wondering what was
Southington.
behind that, so thank you for
Yeah, I agree.
shedding some
Same
light,
here.
because I was curious myself.
With a little humor of the
Yeah.
history of life. And, it's funny, you drive down the street, and this is Elm Street, there's no elm trees left. and
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is history. Anyway.
That's another reason.
Very quickly, since the last time I made a presentation, a couple of things have happened. Your city engineer questioned the water table height because we have a situation where we're going to have underground detention of water, and if it was saturated and it couldn't have any water, we met out there on the field, and he was a real gentleman. We brought a backhoe, we dug a couple test holes. He was satisfied that that is not the case. More recently, I got a letter yesterday, I believe it was, that my associate draftsman can't count trees and corrected the number of plantings and trees on the site. And, but going back in history, a couple of suggestions that were made, I thought were excellent, is to make it so that each lot can make a turnaround for trucks into the other lot, move the dumpster back, and make an improvement on both sides. And with that and a few other things, we moved the dumpster back, the loading space came to the rear. We had added additional landscaping in this island, which we left out, and moved the light pole. And I think at this point, without going on any longer, we've basically met all the town requests on this site, and I'd appreciate answering any questions for you. That new drawing, by the way, indicates the right number of landscape things that were shown on the plan.
Well, I would like to comment on this. First of all, I'm really pleased to see that you situated the back of the building towards the wetlands, and therefore, once the building is completed, there should be no invasion whatsoever, or no effect on the wetlands at all, which is great. Now, this is not a wetlands issue, but for my edification, I see on the plan you have two entrances and exits on the front of the building on the sidewalk facing the parking lot. Would
you like to know the logic of that?
Well, don't you need some kind of emergency exit in the rear of the building?
One is as long as they're remote from each other, 80% of the diagonal distance from the property, we don't want to go out the back because you're going to fall into a hole and have a long stairway.
Better than burning.
And so, as long as they're remote, relative to each other, which we've done, there can be two.
That's all. It was for my own edification. I didn't quite understand that. But again, it's not a wetlands issue. I think the plan looks great.
Thank you, Jerry, but it's just, now you're a resident expert on exit ways.
It's NFPA 101, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's actually good that it's finally going to get developed, that piece, where we know exactly what will be there for the future, so.
So if they're unloading trucks in that loading zone, loading or unloading, does that mean they have to like hand truck everything to the building?
Would you like the reality of life or what we show on the drawing? The reality of life, if the store is not busy, you know what they do. They park right where they want, the most convenient. But the reality of life is, this shows the ability to do this, this meets the zoning requirements, and it is very effective. But I don't think, to be very candid with you, even though Dollar General has indicated to me that they'd like us to add more parking eventually, and that they're doing well, I've never seen that really busy. Have you all seen it? Really?
I've never seen more than 7, 8 cars there.
Yeah, it's
right,
amazing.
Never capacity, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's-
And the store tells me they're doing very well, so.
Yeah. Seems to be always 4, 5, 7, 8 cars there
Yeah.
though, consistently.
Yeah, but not requiring
Yeah, no.
25 more cars. They didn't say that, they indicated to me, and I guess they're upgrading the store right now. That's why there's a trailer out there in the middle, that they're storing their merchandising.
Once again, what is going in the new building? Or it's not known yet?
It was known,
Southington Center.
the delays in life and the changes in life have created a little consternation for me. We were hoping it was a medical use, and we're not sure it's gonna happen anymore. I was just explaining to William that now it's become questionable.
You mean like
They
a
were
walking
yelling at me to get going, and life keeps changing, as we all know today.
Isn't 4,000 square feet kind of small for a medical center?
No.
I mean, I could see a dental, that sort of
You're
thing.
very
but-
perceptive.
Yeah.
That's why he's on the commission.
Yeah.
Would you mind spelling your name for me?
Allan, last name
We were worried about some 50 something that would definitely hurt the way, so this,
Yeah,
That's
this building would be more of an
Thank you so
office
much.
type, so this is definitely better than what we were initially worried about.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be office space of some type, whether for medical or
I'm
whatever.
hoping,
It's,
yeah.
We were just saying, when it initially came in, there was, hints that it could be an oil change facility, we just weren't too happy about that, but obviously that doesn't look like what's gonna
Well,
happen.
we know it's
here.
not a school now.
Yeah.
Well, it can only at the moment be office and retail.
Right. It's true.
So if you don't have any other questions, there's 2 memos, one from the town engineer, one from myself, identifying that they did address our comments with regards to, with the exception of something to do with the landscaping, but this plan today addressed those comments. I reviewed that today. I did get back to the applicant that there was some quantity numbers that need to be fixed. He's done that, so this plan is good. We did draft for you a draft approval resolution for the wetland approval. That was in your packet previously. And the conditions, besides standard conditions, would be the landscaping plan, which he's addressed, and anything that the Planning and Zoning Commission should include when they get to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Does everyone feel comfortable about the plan as is with the modifications? Would anyone like, oh, yes. We don't care.
I do. If it was a whole crowd here, I wouldn't make jokes about this.
Okay. That's,
No,
humor has not been outlawed yet in our society, so.
Yeah.
I think they've done everything we've had.
That sounds radio, so if someone, unfortunately can't be me, but it could either be Bill or,
I've realized that the last planning and zoning meeting, I need to bring my glasses, so bear with me, but I think I can do it. There are standard conditions, and is there a special condition landscaping plan? Is it on here? I'm not sure.
Well, you just have to read that first paragraph, but the conditions are on page 4. The standard conditions
Okay.
go through most of them, then you get to page 4, and number 13 is the landscaping revisions, which have been done, actually.
Okay, so I don't have to mention that. I'll
No,
just
you
read the
can just-
paragraph. Okay.
Just read that.
Okay, so I move to approve IWW application 2021-9 pertaining to property at 1111 Foxen Road for construction of a second one-story, 3,988 square foot detached retail building and associated site/utility improvements, regulated activity, in quotes, subject to standard and supplemental conditions and modifications.
And if you could just add, as set forth in the draft dated August 25th, 2021.
As set forth in the draft dated August 24th?
20, today's the 25th.
Oh, 25th, 2021.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes.
Aye.
Best of luck.
Gentlemen, thank you very much, ladies, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Very welcome. Okay, we can move on to item C under old business, which is a cease and desist for 1565 Middletown Avenue for unpermitted work in the Farm River, resulting in 2 rock dam barriers across portions of the river and removal of vegetation along the stream bank downstream from the vehicle bridge. Owner, 1565 Middletown Avenue LLC, applicant Andy Bizzuto. Matter was held over pending completion of remediation work by applicant.
So this is just on the agenda to carry it until they complete the work.
Okay.
My understanding from Frank was that they were going to start that work early this week, but then that got switched to maybe Thursday, I think.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
So that's the only reason it's on the agenda.
Oh, okay. So do we need to table it or anything, or there's
No,
nothing we
it's,
need to
we'll
do?
just carry, it just
carry
gets
it all
carried.
on? Okay, very good.
Good.
Okay, then, next we'll move on to item 5, new business, which is none. And then we'll go to, I guess, item 6, which is wetland enforcement officer's report.
So, I don't know if you saw any emails today, but Frank had wanted to include Maneri's project, 1071.
Yeah.
Nothing's different than the last time I talked to you. They have not responded. I have had a conversation with the zoning enforcement officer to give a little extra might, and I've also had a conversation with the town manager to make him aware of it. So it's just, again, a pursuit of staff to chase them as it's been doing for, what, 4 years, 5 years?
But you know, the thing that is, they were so close, they just had to do a couple of things, and they can resolve this, right?
Did they send some soil out for testing?
Yeah, I haven't heard back from that. That would come from the fire marshal, but you guys left that to the deep to deal with. That was not part of
For the
your lifting of the,
oilation?
Yeah,
your,
the oil.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
hydraulic oil, which we assume
Yeah.
that's what it was.
I was gonna say, because that's deep.
Yeah, so that, my understanding is they cleaned up what they saw there, they took some testing, and the fire marshal was waiting for results on that.
Okay, so pending
And,
that.
but, and your lifting of the season was based on them moving that trailer,
Right.
Pulling it out of the
Right,
way.
right.
Yeah.
which, I
And that
don't
was
know
it?
why, I
They
don't know
could've
why
done
they
that in
can't
about
do
5
it.
minutes
Yeah,
if they've-
Yeah.
I just don't
They
understand,
got the
but,
machines, just pull it
yeah,
out.
so,
point it.
and they've ignored my,
yeah, it's
All right.
a little puzzling when they can, you know,
I think
What was
it's,
the
we all
address?
know that there's value
1071.
in doing site walks for
Middletown
rotaries, but I think
Ave-
finding
Middletown
that
Avenue.
soil really showed that.
we never would have found it if we didn't go on that last
Exactly.
sidewalk.
I mean,
Was-
we were there
yeah.
for a different reason, but we
Right.
found that, and that's, you know.
Good thing we walked over there.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right, you're absolutely right, because that's significant, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
as far as, next meeting, there probably won't be one, because there's nothing, pending. There's no new applications, there's
Oh,
nothing
quiet.
happening. And I am leaving,
No.
yes.
I just heard it from Jerry, so
Yeah.
is that effective this Friday, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found a job 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Oh, man, well,
And then
that's,
when you and I talked, you said, oh, you work in Ridgefield, it's close to where I am. I'm like, where are you? And you're like, Woodbury. I'm like, well,
you
that's.
live in Middlebury, correct?
I live in
Woodbury.
Woodbury.
Woodbury, okay, but still,
Pretty
far,
yeah.
okay, you are in Woodbury.
Middlebury's a little closer.
Yeah.
Not much,
Well,
but-
I don't blame you. for-
It's a long drive. I lived in Southbury for a while.
Yeah, yeah, no, it
Long
is.
drive.
And I mean, a lot of nice people here, but, you know, I have a young son, and, so he's still in grade school, and I have to, and he lives in Newtown, so that's even further, so,
Yeah.
It's the other direction, yeah.
yeah, so it's been kind of difficult the last few months dealing with that, and
Yeah.
so, Opportunity knocks.
Too bad, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all I can say, it's been
Miss
a
you.
pleasure working with you for a
Thank you.
short time. We really enjoyed, you coming here and working with us, and again, I'm glad that for you, it makes total sense what you're
Yeah.
doing, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you came in kind of a tough act to follow with Carrie. I mean, with Carrie, we thought did a really great job, and I think you stepped right up to the
Yeah.
plate and did a very good job for the time that you were here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry to see you go.
Yeah,
Same here, I agree.
same here.
All right. I guess.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Thank
Definitely
you.
good luck, and wish you all the best. I'm sure you'll be fine where you are with a 2 hour less. What was your commute would have been? Was it about average about an hour? I'm guessing?
50 minutes with no traffic,
No
but when you get
traffic.
traffic, it's an hour.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, so.
And winter's coming, so who knows what that will be.
There's no real good way to go.
It's 3 straight highways and then some back
I was
roads.
gonna say
so,
that, last time I was there, there's no direct route. It's
Yeah.
kind of a zigzag, but,
yeah.
well, anyway.
And going through Waterbury is not fun either.
I left, where I had a doctor's appointment in Guilford, I left my site Ridgefield at 2 o'clock for a 3:45, and I raced, and I got there at like 4 o'clock. 2 hours, just because I hit traffic. It's construction.
Yeah.
84.
Mhm.
So you didn't go 67, is it 63 or 67 that goes through?
67 to 8 or something, yeah. But that
Yeah,
doesn't
right
take you
down-
there.
Right down to Seymour. and-
Yeah, no, the highways are,
Yeah.
if there's no backup in highways, you fly, but it's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
time.
Absolutely. Because they're still doing construction in
Yeah,
84.
yeah,
They're still-
Waterbury
right,
is
last
like-
time I was there, about 6 months ago, I didn't think they were done, right? They're still, it's
Yeah,
always a
no,
backup there anyway.
it's
even-
another year or two that
Even when
before
there's
they're
no
done.
construction,
Well,
it's
if you took
bad.
84, then what'd you do? Go Cheshire or?
84 to 691 to 91.
691 to 91.
Right, and come back, yeah.
That's way around, but it's
Yeah.
fast.
It's quicker, because longer but quicker.
Oh, well, all right. Move to adjourn?
Sounds good, yeah. Well, we all get a,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
So this Friday's your last?